Everyone keeps saying AI agents are the future. In fact, the Nvidia CEO at GTC mentioned that we are at an agent inflection point, right? But a lot of people are also overwhelmed by lots of AI tools out there. And so a lot of people are mixing what GPTs are, what AI automation is, what tools like OpenClaw or even Claude skills really are. Like, a lot of people think all these things are the same thing. In reality, they are not. If you really don't understand this, you're probably going to be building the wrong thing, right? So in this video, my goal is simple. I'm going to give you a clean mental model for this. I'm going to try explaining what AI agents are like I'm 5, okay? And by the end of this video, you would understand what a GPT is, what AI automation actually is, what an AI agent actually is, and how tools like OpenClaw actually fit in. And also, I've been talking a lot about Claude skills on my channel the past few weeks. So I'm also going to talk about where Claude skills also sit within all of this and why they are not AI agents, so that you can stop guessing and actually know what you're building. Let's get right into it. Let's start first with what most people are using today. So tools like ChatGPT, tools like Gemini, tools like Claude, at their core, they follow one simple loop. You go into those tools, they would have a chat box, and so you go in there and you ask a question and then they respond. That's it, okay? That question you're probably asking or that text you're entering is basically prompting. So you can give better prompts, you can add instructions, you can upload documents, but none of that changes the core behavior of all these tools. What they do is they wait for you to ask a question and then they respond with an answer. If you stop prompting, they stop working. Okay, you always have to go in there and ask them something and they'll do it for you. This is where a lot of people get confused. A lot of people think that I built a custom GPT to do something for me means that I built an AI agent. No, that's wrong. You actually built something that is very, very smart, but still is completely dependent on you because you still have to go there and prompt it. So I really want to create a mental model for you, right? GPTs are more so like a brain without a hand, okay? Because it's doing stuff for you, but then you have to always go and prompt it. Now let's talk about automation. Automation is fast, but it's a lot more rigid. So let's level up. Now, this is AI automation, okay? And I have a lot of videos on this channel on N8N. Tools like N8N, Zapier, Make, they are all tools that help you build automation. And so this is how it works, okay? They would have like a trigger, something happens, and then a workflow runs and steps execute automatically. So for example, a new email comes in, AI summarizes it, it sends a reply, locks it somewhere. No manual work. And I have tutorials on this channel that do that for you. So if you're interested in learning about AI automation, you'd go and watch it. Now, it runs without you or it can run without you. But then every step is already determined, right? It's like setting up dominoes, right? Once it starts, it follows the same path every single time because you've defined how it should start, what should happen after it starts. You defined it down to the T. And this is where people start overhyping again, right? A lot of people call this AI agents. No, they are not AI agents, they are automation. Okay, automation is powerful, but it's predictable. Okay, it cannot basically change strategy mid-run, it cannot recover intelligently, it cannot decide what to do next. So I want to create again this mental model for you. Automation is now hands without a brain. Okay, if you layer in AI, then it's hands and brain. Now let's get to the thing everyone is excited about: AI agents. Let me pause here for a second. Now, this is where the model changes completely because an agent doesn't just respond, it doesn't just follow a fixed workflow that you've defined. An agent can actually change mid strategy, it can actually act on its own. All you have to do is you give it a goal. For instance, you can say, find me the best laptop under, let's say, $2,000 and then order it. Okay, you just give it an end goal, and instead of you defining every single step, like go to Amazon, go to Apple's website, it'll figure it out on its own, right? It might search multiple websites for you, it will compare options, it will read reviews, it will decide what's best and take action on your behalf. So now the real difference is that GPT is equal to answers, automation executes, and an agent decides on your behalf. So now let's talk about where OpenClaw fits, okay? This is exactly what tools like OpenClaw are trying to do. Although I do believe that OpenClaw is more so like an AI agent framework, right? They allow AI to interact with real systems. They use tools like apps, APIs, files. They make decisions across different steps, right? You don't have to define those steps for it. So instead of like a fixed workflow, like you've seen in some of all these complex automations, you now have a system that can act in a way like a human and make decisions in real time without you having to always go prompt it. But here's what most people don't tell you. This is also where things can break the most, okay? Because AI agents are, at the end of the day, they are not humans. Humans can exercise judgment, and even humans make mistakes. But AI agents, they can loop endlessly, they can make bad decisions, they can take the wrong actions, right? So the real challenge isn't building AI agents. The real challenge is making sure that you are actually controlling them, or you're getting them to do work safely or in a safe space. So let's create this mental model here. An AI agent is now a brain with hands and power to execute things on your behalf. Now, I want to clear up a bit confusion: AI workflows versus AI agents, because a lot of people also think that the fact that they added AI to their workflow means that they built an AI agent. No, that is not true. Okay, an AI workflow, or should I start by saying a workflow still has fixed steps. It has same path every time. It's making no real decisions, right? On the other hand, an AI agent has dynamic steps. It can retry, it can adapt, it can choose different approaches. Okay, so here's a simple analogy. A workflow can be like a GPS, and an agent is like a driver, because a GPS like follows the route, a driver reroutes, it adapts, and it decides. That's the difference. Let's talk about something that is a lot more newer. Claude Skills, right? Claude Skills sits inside Claude, and if you don't know what Claude Skills is, I already did a video explaining what it is, so you can check that video. I'm gonna link it in this video. But Claude Skills basically helps you define reusable behavior, structure how the AI responds, standardized outputs. Okay, that's what Claude Skills really is in a nutshell. So that instead of random prompting, you're building something a lot more consistent. Again, this is very important. Claude Skills also is not an agent on its own, because it doesn't necessarily sort of like act on its own. You always have to go into Claude and trigger the skill or call the skill. It doesn't make decisions across systems. It doesn't execute tasks independently, because all these skills are things you've defined already. It still has to wait for you. What Claude Skills actually is that it's structured intelligence. Okay, I want to talk a bit about why Claude Skills matter, or why everything I've defined matters. Okay, because Claude Skills is a bridge between GPTs and agents. Okay, we know GPTs are passive, agents are autonomous, right? Now I want to touch on why everyone wants to jump straight into building AI agents. There's a lot of hype around using AI agents, but I think most people need better workflows first, because agents are very unpredictable. They need a lot of guardrails. They can break things quickly. A lot of people on Reddit complain about OpenClaw. So the real skill right now is not the fact that you can build an AI agent and brag about it on social media or talk about it on social media. The real skill right now is the fact that you know when to use what. Okay, you know when you need a GPT, you know when you need an automation, you know when you need an AI agent. Because if you actually understand this, you're already ahead of most people using AI. And if you want to learn how to build these properly, or how you can build real leverage in AI, not just the hype, but real systems you can actually use in your work or your business, that's exactly what I'm breaking down inside my community. If you're interested in joining my community, I'm going to leave the link in the comment section below so that you can join as well. Yeah, and I do have lots of videos on this channel as well. So if you're interested in leveling up with AI, you don't know where to start from, whether it's AI automation, I do have like a 2-hour course on building AI automation inside N8N. I'm also going to link it in this video so that you can go check it out. And if you're not subscribed, do subscribe to my channel. As usual, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.